So for this question, we are required to find the gradient of the line AC. Okay, so our point AC is over here. It's from point A to point C over here. Yeah, so if you look at point A will have the coordinate 4, 1. And point C has the coordinate, if you see, is 10, 4. Okay. So there are a lot of things that you can do. You can also do rise over run, or what you can also do is probably just use y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. Okay, so using the formula for part A, when you are asked to find the gradient of AC, okay, you just take, let's say, just take one of them. If this one is my x1, this will be my y1. This is x2, this will be my y2. So y2 will be 4, y1 will be 1, x2 will be 10, x1 will be 4. Now you can see that the line is upward sloping. Therefore, the gradient that you have, it should be positive, all right? So 4 minus 1, that gives you 3. 10 minus 4, that gives you 6. And the answer is just basically equals to half. Okay, it's equals to half. Okay, can So write down the equation of the line AB and AC. For the line AB, you can see that basically it corresponds to the y coordinate of 1. And this is a horizontal line. So for horizontal line, you know that there is basically no gradient. The gradient is 0. All right, and horizontal line basically is just the equation of y equals to a constant. Okay, so the equation of line AB is basically just equals to y equals to 1. Okay, what about the equation of line AC? Now line AC, you know that if you are talking about line AC, we need to find y equals to mx plus c. So now we look at line AC. Okay, now y equals mx plus c. In this case, for line AC, you know that to find this gradient, you need to find the m and the c. Now for the m itself, you know, because the m is just equals to 1. So our job next is to find the c. And to find the c here, what we do is we'll probably need to sub in a pair of points. So we can sub in the gradient to be half. We can sub in a pair of points. So I'm just going to use a pair of points, which is 4, 1, okay, to find my c. All right, so remember an equation of the line y equals to mx plus c, you substitute m and a pair of points. You are given a gradient and a pair of points to find your c. So that's what I do. My y is 1. My gradient is half m. Y equals to m x plus c. So 1 is equals to half times 4 is 2 plus c. C is 1 minus 2. That is equals to -1. Okay, so for your line AC, the y-intercept in this case is equals to -1, and the gradient is half. So substitute your m. Again, your m is half, your c is -1. So just write out your equation. The equation of line AC is y equals to half x minus 1. Okay, this is the equation for line AC. So part C, determine if line BC is steeper than AC and explain your answer. Now, if we are talking about steeper, we have to basically measure by gradient. The larger the value of the magnitude of the gradient, right, basically the steeper is. So if you look at AC and BC, what I want to do is we measure the gradient of both. So the gradient of AC is equals to half. The gradient of AC is equals to half, right? And the gradient of BC, how do we find? Okay, so we probably need 2 points. Let me just grab the point of BC. Now B is basically 7, 1. So I'm going to find the gradient of BC, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is 3 over 3 equals to 1. You can see that the gradient of AC is half and the gradient of BC is 1. So in fact, magnitude meaning so-called BC, right? And for every 1 unit change in y, there's a 1 unit change in x. But for AC, the 1 unit change in y, there's 2 unit change in x. Okay, So definitely if you look at BC, BC is steeper lah. Okay, so how do you explain is because, okay, you can see that the gradient of BC is 1. Gradient of BC is 1. Okay, which is greater than the gradient of AC. Okay, of half. So therefore, line BC, line BC is steeper. Okay, can I? Okay, mark for part D, we have to mark point D, 4, -2 on the diagram, and we want to state the equation of line AD. So where's 4, -2? 4, -2 will be somewhere here. X equals to 4, Y equals to -2, somewhere here. Okay, and then after that, we want to state the equation of line AD lah. Okay, so AD, you can see this is point A, this is point D. So you can see that this is a vertical line. Okay, so what is this vertical line? It's a vertical line. Remember, there's no gradient. The gradient is undefined. It's basically x equals to something lah. It's x equals to something. So for this line, you can see that it passes through 4. Right? The equation of this line is none other than x equals to 4. So the answer for D is just x equals to 4. Okay? Can? Thank you.